Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Cranberries. My name's Amelia with Cape Cod Select. Today we are making our famous cranberry squares. They are delicious and my go-to recipe anytime I am going to an event and I need to bring a dessert. But they're so good. So today that's what we're going to be making, our famous cranberry squares. So, I'm melting my butter. All right, so what's great about this recipe is that you pretty much always have all of these ingredients in your house. So you need eggs, butter, sugar, flour, almond extract, and frozen cranberries, and that's it. So I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and I've pre-sprayed a cooking pan, a 13 by 9 cooking pan with some cooking spray. So it's all ready to go. So first I'm going to add in eggs. So we need 3 eggs in total. Get these in there. And 3. Next I'm going to add in 2 cups of flour. I've pre-measured. So I got 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, and I need 2 tablespoons of almond extract, but I personally put 3 in just because I love that almond flavoring. But you can just do the standard 2, which is what the recipe calls for. But that's my little secret. And some, ooh, that bowl's hot. All right, then you need some melted butter, 2 sticks. I'm gonna dump this in without burning my fingers here. All right, so I'm gonna mix this batter all together, and I prefer to hand mix manually because I think when you use an electric mixer, whether a hand or a stand mixer, you can easily over mix it and it becomes like a cakey batter instead of that ooey gooey. And I like an ooey gooey cranberry square. So I'm just gonna mix this until combined. Just about there. I don't know if you can see my golden doodle. This is Bogey. He's always by my side in the kitchen because he's a big beggar. Alrighty, so I got that mixed just right here. Now I'm gonna add in the cranberries. So I like to keep the cranberries in my freezer until I'm ready to put it in my batter. So I'm gonna show you, tell you why. So, it's our cranberry bag. It's available in major grocery stores nationwide, a lot of mom and pops and natural grocery stores as well. It looks like this. There's America's Original Superfruit. So I have 3 cups measured out here for that. But the reason why I like to just dump it in while being in the freezer first instead of letting it sit out, because once they start to thaw, they get juicy. And that juice kind of blends into your batter and you get more of a pink batter. Versus if you just keep them frozen right from the freezer and dump them in, you get like a nice firm berry to work with. But you have to mix quickly because you'll see, because the cranberries are frozen, you want to mix that batter quickly because your batter is going to get cold quick and it'll get difficult to work with. So you just want to fold in the cranberries. And if you watch Schitt's Creek, you know that Moira and David didn't know what folding in meant. It's a great show if you haven't watched it. Hysterical. But we're just folding in these cranberries until well incorporated here. And again, do this one by hand. I wouldn't do it in electric mixer. I think it would be too difficult. So I have my batter here. My cranberries are incorporated, as you can see. And I'm going to grab my baking pan that I've already greased. Like this. I like to use a glass dish. That's just my preference. But I'm going to dump this in, and you can see like it's stuck in there because the cranberries like make this batter tough to work with. But I promise you it is well worth it. There we go. All right. all this goodness out of my bowl. And now I'm gonna back up so you can see it better. It's my first day with my new stand. I love it. So you can see it is kind of tough to work with, but you just want to keep spreading it with your spatula until you get like a good, nice, even spread. All right, almost there. Ugh, it's a little tricky. If you really need to use your hands when you're making yours. But, all right. So, spread out in my pan here. Now I'm going to put it in my oven. We're going to bake this for 1 hour or until the edges are golden brown. And when you're done, this is how it's going to come out. These beautiful colors with those cranberries popping through. Every bite's going to have delicious cranberries. And a little trick, when you go to serve this, wait till it cools completely before cutting into. But I like to use a plastic knife to make my cuts because it makes a nice clean cut. Versus a metal knife, you can get that the batter kind of sticks to it. The plastic knife doesn't stick, which is awesome. It's a tip from my mom. She taught me that one. But that's it. That is the cranberry squares. They're extra, extra delicious. Our go-to anytime we have people visiting the box or we are just, you're going to families, whatever. They're amazing and cannot wait for you to try these. They're so, so good. So with that, that is Cooking with Cranberries this week. I'll see you next week with a brand new recipe. Have a good night.